Are we live?
I think so.
Okay.
It says waiting for
Oh, I gotta give you access. There you go.
No, I think it like I'm on your YouTube thing and it says waiting for you. Oh wait, there we go.
There we go. Yay! Okay, I completely forget. How do you do the chat again? Oh, we have to go
pull it up
in our YouTube.
window.
That's right.
Yeah, and then mute it.
Right. There we go. Again. Oh, we have to go up in our YouTube. I'm sorry. I just muted it. Okay, so here's the live chat. How do we know how many people are watching? Oh, 3 watching, so someone's on.
One of those might be my sister-in-law because she's also here.
Exciting.
She was reading the Cruel Prince with me. But she reads way faster than I do, so she was like way behind me, and then she caught up and surpassed me, which was crazy. I hate that I read so slow.
I think you read really fast.
I just dedicate a lot of time to it. I'm a really slow reader, though. I make up for it that way.
Okay. How many people do we have so far? Just 3 watching?
Hi, everybody.
Wonder who's on. Let us know who's here.
Hi, Trisha.
There you go. Oh, 5 watching. Awesome.
Oh, cool. You can actually pop out the chat.
You can?
So you don't, yeah.
Wait. How? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that makes it way better.
Oh, that's fantastic. Perfect. Oh, thank you. Okay, I still don't like it. I'm so indecisive. It's terrible. Because the problem is this wall right here, you can't really see it. It's massive and it's like completely blank. So I need to figure something out.
Girl, look at the top of mine. I've got like empty shelves up there because I had got more shelves, so I'm spreading them out, and I have blank shelves now.
I told Kevin, I was like, can you rearrange my bookshelves again with me? I'm like, you're gonna hate me because I can't move them by myself. So
you need one of those like slider things to go underneath it.
Oh yeah, they're so heavy. So
hi, Julie.
Hey, Julie. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and start. Or do we want to do our February pick first?
So if you guys weren't here doing our February live show, our January. Good. What month is it?
January.
If you weren't here during our December live show, we already went over what we were reading, but we are picking up Simon versus the Homo sapiens in February for next month. And I promise I'm going to start this literally tomorrow, so I'm not behind this month.
I know, right? It's so bad. Hannah and I both finished The Cruel Prince today. I saw Trisha, I saw your book review on it, and I was like, oh, she's so on top of it.
So do you want to go through and say what you rated it?
Yeah. Actually, I haven't even put it as like finished on Goodreads. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4. 4.5, 4 out of 5 stars.
I'm giving it a 5 for me. I really liked it, and
okay.
I really liked it, and I really like. I'll get into it a little bit more, but like her writing style and the way that she works in things just impressed me so much that it's got to be a 5 out of 5 stars. Mm-hmm. What did you guys rate it? Put it in the comments. We should also go through and say who our favorite character was, too.
Ooh, yes. Mine is easy. Oh, 4.75. Okay. I think I might give it a 4.5 the more I think about it.
It's so good.
It is good. It is good. I have really enjoyed the ending, like the last half of it for sure.
Woo, Julie is on the procrastination train with us.
Okay, yeah, Cardan is my favorite character, Trisha. Julie, what did you end up rating it?
I really like Cardan as well, but it's terrible that like one of my favorite characters, I don't remember her name. Who's the mom? She surprised me that I like her a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Oriana.
Yeah.
Is that her name, Oriana? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the more developed we got of her, the more I liked her.
Okay. Yeah, my favorite, I'd say my favorite character was Cardan. I like Jude. How did you feel about like it being in first person?
I liked it. I really liked Jude, and I really liked the reason why I'm rating it so high is because of Jude, because of the evolution her character takes, and it's so good.
I agree. Okay, so guys, really quick, if you have not read The Cruel Prince yet, which is this live show, we're about to go into spoilers. So, but Hannah, you have the Barnes & Noble edition, right?
Yeah, so the Barnes & Noble edition is the black one, and then the Owl Crate version is this one.
Look how pretty that cover
is. And then the Barnes & Noble edition is white.
Yeah. I have to say, these covers, all three of them, on point.
They're all great.
Yeah. I agree. Yes, I'm so happy. So I think the reason I deducted a little bit is because the beginning of it was really slow for me. Like I did okay. Like if you can look at my book, like pretty much like the whole half of it here, I have no notes. And then finally when like the coronation ball, like when things started happening, that's when I really started to enjoy it.
See, I think the way her writing style was, I was like flowing through it really fast, but there just wasn't like a super ton bringing me back to the story. But I still was like flying through it fast because it was like an easy to read story.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like it hindered the story that much because I was still flying through it. I just wasn't like totally wrapped up in it yet.
Right. No, I agree. I loved the writing style. I loved her, just the way she described things. You could really picture what she wants you to see. And I really like that.
Yes. However, am I the only one who had a hard time picturing the Fae? Like I kept just picturing them as big cats. And I know that was not the point of it, but they kept making the reference. So they kept making the reference of like the furry cat-like ears and then the tail. And I was like, I'm just picturing a giant cat person, and it's weird.
Yeah, the tail was a little weird.
Trisha said, I literally tabbed the opposite of you, Gabby. I flew through the end so quickly that I didn't even think of taking notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when things started getting a little complicated with all of like the different politics, and then finding out about, is it Loki or is it Lox? Is it Locke? There's no.
I said Locke in my head.
Locke. I was saying Locke too. There's no. I don't think there's a pronunciation guide, but when Locke was starting to talk to her about like his mom dying, and then things just kind of started like. And then with the kings and stuff, I had to take notes because I was starting to get a little confused with like everything.
I kept getting confused about who was the brother and who was the dad. And I kept like when they were talking about Olive Carden's family, I was like, I don't know who's who.
Yeah, Eldred. Names. Yeah. Eldred. Have you yeah. And then okay, so I did have one thing that confused me was, so how is Oak like the rightful king if he's Dane's son and not the king's son.
Okay,
I was
this took me a bit to wrap my head around because I think we're so used to like monarchies being like the eldest gets it, and that's not how it is. It's like the king chooses who, as long as they're in the bloodline, they're up for grabs. So it didn't necessarily mean that Oak, just because Oak was alive, meant that he was automatically going to be king, but it just meant that he was in the running. And then there was that prophecy that made Dane want to kill him, is because they are so into the prophecies that they're
right.
like, he was like, oh, this must mean that he's gonna take away my chance. So just because he wanted to eliminate Oak doesn't mean that he had all of the other options eliminated. That was just like his biggest competition in his head, I think.
Gotcha, gotcha. Was that surprising to you, Oak being the rightful heir, like being part of the bloodline? Did you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming, but it didn't surprise me either. Like, it's not something to call, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It made sense in the story, so it didn't feel like it was like a what?
Oh, I was so shocked. I was like, wait a second, did I read that correctly? I had to go back. I was really surprised.
I think it also would have been cool to have Vivi be the like heir as well.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to?
They're the same age, but
Yeah.
like that would have been a cool twist, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because she hates the fairylands.
Yes. Oh, that would have been really fun. Do we want to talk about the sisters since you brought up Vivi?
Yeah. Can you? I hate her so much. Taryn, whatever her name is.
Oh, I kind of wanted her to die. Like
Same.
in Goodreads, I thought it was gonna happen. Like I was like, because Taryn is a big part of Jude's life, but we weren't getting too much character development from her. So I was like, oh, Holly Black is gonna kill her off. I really thought she was gonna die, and that was gonna spark. Because I thought Vivi was gonna have a little bit more in the story. So I thought maybe Taryn dying was gonna like spark Vivi into action. That was like my theory at the beginning of the book. So I really hope we get more Vivi in the second.
I think we should, because if she's the one like taking care of Oak, we should have more character development from her. Yeah. But I did think that we were lacking in that part.
Yeah, definitely. But because it is a series, I'm not upset about it because I know character development just grows as the series grows. So
definitely.
But yes, Taryn, I was like, are you kidding me? The second, I highlighted a quote, but it was like the second Locke said that if he tries to make a story, like if he doesn't find something interesting, he creates one. I was like, oh no!
I knew he was the villain. I mean, there's so many different villains in this, which is so great. Trisha says, wow, you all feel really strongly about Taryn. I didn't feel that way about her, but I love the sisters' relationship and how it was portrayed. So the reason why I really disliked Taryn was because, like, at the beginning, she was such a weak character, like, mindset-wise. She was just like, just bend the knee and, like, just deal with it and suck it up and like, fit in. And I don't like those characters. I don't like, trying to hush yourself. And it, like, really bothered me watching it because you could tell that Jude was such a strong character and she was basically like trying to dull her shine. And it's just like, that part already irritated me. And then the whole thing with Locke as well just like set me over the edge. The fact that she was like, I'd give up my relationship with my sister just so I can belong in this world, and just was like, ew, no.
Made me so angry. Like, and where was it? There was a quote that I think I highlighted, and it was like, she's like, I understand why Locke chose her, but why didn't she choose me?
My heart broke.
I know. And I think it like, I don't know, the fact that I have a sister myself, like I couldn't even think about doing something like that.
I know, right? Trisha says, also, was Taryn the younger of the twins? Because that might explain her passive nature. Most young most youngest children that I can tell seem to be like that. I don't think it ever says which one's older or younger.
They're identical though.
Yeah, but there's always like one's always a little bit younger, obviously.
Yeah.
As being a youngest of myself, I will say like I would never be like that. But I also come from like a hard-headed family, so
yeah, I do too. So, I don't know. I really, really didn't like her. I felt like she was just, like you said, she was really weak from the beginning. And she was just, I don't know. Jude did so much to protect her. And,
And how much that was so not repaid by her, like, come on.
And like the fact that when they walked into the dinner at the very end and like Taryn looked at her and was like, what? You came in with the prince?
That's the thing. It was like a big competition to her. Like all she wanted was just to be on top and be better than her sister. And it just was like, where did that come from? Because that animosity is not shared towards Jude to Taryn. So it's like, you're in a one-way fight with your sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. So I think we're all in agreement with Taryn.
So Trisha, did you like Taryn then? I think maybe Taryn might be like Trisha's version of my Dane. That I didn't hate him and everybody else hated Dane.
You didn't hate Dane? Oh my god, the second he was like mentioned and he was being nice to her, I was like, he can't be trusted. No.
I like get it. Like he was not a nice dude, but I don't think he was as bad as the other brother. And I just was like, I just kept comparing them and I was like, well, he could be worse.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dane. Ugh. I did not like him at all. Like the second he did that, what was it called? A geese? Is it geese?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he said, only I can control you. I was like, no, come on. And then she keeps trying to validate his actions. Like, oh, he's doing this to protect me. I understand why he's doing this. He really doesn't want me to say anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, no, come on, Jude. You're so strong. Trust your instincts. You know this is not good.
Okay, I get it. He's not a good dude. But I also understand, like, put yourself in his shoes. Like, if you are, like, in line to be king, you don't know who to trust. Like, that's your biggest thing is you have all these people trying to get on your side, wanting something from you. So, like, having trust issues is, like, natural for people on the, like, throne, right? So, you having to enforce that, especially, like, the way the fairies live is, like, that's natural, like that's normal for people to have like be like that,
yeah,
and to be more ruthless. So it's like I got it, like I understood it. I didn't agree with what he was doing, and like I didn't think he was a good guy, but I just like it made sense.
Trisha just said something really, yeah, that was one thing that sparked me too. Like, who do you think is the cruel prince?
Interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, at first when you start reading it, you think it's Cardan, but then it's like, well, Dane poisons. Oh, I don't know how to say her name. Is it Liarp? Liarp?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Black's mom.
Yes, and then he tries to kill his unborn son, and then he like, I don't know. So, and then of course you've got the other brother who pretty much like slaughters his family. So it's like, who is the cruel prince?
I think they all have varying degrees of cruelness. Mm-hmm. I really hope that the whole thing doesn't like, there's not like an overlining arc where we're getting down in like 5 or 6 books and we find out Oak is actually the really cruel prince. Like that's what I don't want to happen.
I was just about to say that.
I can see that happening just to like kill the readers.
Yeah, definitely. I was just about to say that. Do we want to talk about Maddox?
Oh my god, yes. I loved his character. It was so like interesting.
Yeah. I think he had some of the best character development. Like, I think she did such a good job with him because it's like, you don't want to like him, but you can't help but like him. But then you're just like, I don't know where I stand with him. And I think Holly Black just did such a good job with that.
I will argue that I think Jude has the best character development throughout the entire book, but I did really like just the character of Maddox because he has so many different facets that wasn't like a YA trope. Like, it wasn't something you could necessarily call, and I really liked that.
Yeah, he felt like a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah. He felt like a real person. I actually think Cardan had the biggest character development.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because we see him so just, such a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning. And then the way he, I don't know, with him and Jude's relationship, and then finally, like at the very end, he just seems so different than at the beginning, like two different people.
So for me, Cardinand was kind of I love him, but I feel like he was like the kind of a YA trope. Like, his personality, like, it just was very predictable for me of like, obviously he's gonna be the a-hole in the beginning, and then he's hiding something that really cares about the girl, and then we find out that he's not really an a-hole later. Like, that's just like standard.
Yeah, I
love to hate.
Yeah, the hate to love trope. I llove it. I'm a sucker.
I do too, but it just was very predictable. That's why I thought Jude's character development was the best.
Yeah,
she said that she thought that Maddox was the least developed, and she didn't like him depth-wise. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more from Maddox because I feel like we didn't really fully understand, but I kind of liked that we were kept in the dark a little bit because I feel like if we fully understood his relationship with their mom, that it would have been a lot more cut and dry. And with us keeping in the shadows for a little bit more, it makes it so he's a little more morally gray, and it made the story a little more interesting to me versus like being shown everything. So I kind of liked that we didn't get a ton about Maddox, but that we were like still got development, but we just didn't know how to feel, and that made the story feel more alive for me.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he felt more like a real person because he's very power hungry, but he still loves his children. And I don't know. I enjoyed his character. I didn't like him, like as a character. I don't like him, but I like his character. Does that make sense?
Yes. And he makes sense. Like
he's a villain.
Everything together makes sense.
So I do think he is a villain of the story for sure. But
I don't know.
No?
I don't know, because it's like they're so complicated of characters that I don't know if I would necessarily characterize him as a villain, because it's like that's like in the story, that's just who he is. It's not like that he was inherently bad, that he was like, I'm gonna hurt all these people. He was a very selfish character. So he wanted power, and that's what his motivator was, and that's what like drove his character. So all of it makes sense for him. It's not that it was like he was a good person, but it also like that's just who he is.
True. That's true.
It's not like Bilkin, who was like, I'm gonna kill everybody who gets in my way.
Oh my gosh.
Maddox does
kill
everybody who gets in his way, but he does it strategically. Like, he's smart about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I really like Jude. I don't know. I like his and Jude's relationship so much because honestly, if you think about it, Jude is very similar to him.
I know.
I
love that aspect, that Jude is so close to Maddox, and I love that. Like, I love her character even more because of that.
He's really power hungry as well. And I mean, but which I can understand because she's been treated like crap all her life. So now she wants to. So the politics at the end just lost me.
Trisha said, I think the politics of the Fey world make it confusing for us to understand if Maddox is a bad guy, because we don't know yet why he did what he did at the end.
Yeah.
Are you talking about, like, wanting to put Oak on the throne?
Yeah, because I think he wants to put Oak on the throne because Oak's not of age yet. So he's going to get someone to rule in his place until he comes of age. And I think Maddox wanted to be the, but I guess Oak would have to appoint someone, I'm assuming. I don't know if it's mentioned. Because
but, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, because that brought up another point. Because remember how the original plan was Jude was going to have Cardan crown Oak and then take him away, and someone was going to take his place. So who was going to take his place? Was it going to be Jude?
I never thought that was going to be the plan.
Yeah. It didn't make sense. It makes a much more sense to put Cardan on the throne. Okay, so no, because he sided with Balkan, and then if he might rule in place of Oak and take over. Okay.
He never wanted Balkan on the throne. That's just who he got lumped in with.
Yeah, because I think he knows that Balkan, I think he knows that he's more bloodthirsty. So as of right now, it's strategic to be on Balkan's side. Because Balkan isn't, obviously he's, ruthless.
So they mentioned how he's very, like, he needs war and he needs bloodthirsty, and even when he didn't get, like, he would go without war, he would, he would need it, his body would crave it. So I think that's why he sided with Balkan, because he was more willing to go to war versus Dane, who was much more calm, and he was saying that he was like the other king. So even Balkan said, like, you were too calm, you were too much like dad, like, to do this, so I'm doing it. And I think that's why Maddox sided with Balkan, but I don't think he ever fully intended Balkan to reach that, because that's why they were attacking at that point of before he was crowned, because then they can avoid the crown curse, and, like, that's where they're most vulnerable. And Maddox had talked about that before they were going.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Maddox ever intends for Balkan to truly be king. I think it was strategic at the time to side with Balkan, and then once it's no longer strategic or goes in his favor, Balkan would be out.
Yeah. So I really, really liked Jude in the book because she was so close to Malkin what's his name?
Maddox.
Maddox. How did I mix those two? So Maddox is so close to Jude's behavior, and I really, really liked that she grew up and she didn't know whether to hate him or love him, and then she found herself turning kind of into him and sharing a lot of the same similar qualities. So I loved that it had that inner debate in herself, and then it like showed her kind of finding her way with herself. And I really loved that entire character arc with her, and I thought there was so much character growth with that entire thing that it just was so beautifully done, and I was so impressed with Holly Black's work with that.
Yeah, I do agree with that, definitely. Her motives definitely changed, and, like, I feel like she's still kind of power hungry, but her motives have changed. So now, instead of wanting to prove herself to everyone, now it's more protecting Oak and putting the right king on the throne.
So, like, in the beginning, she was all about, like, fitting in and wanting a place and wanting to hopefully be treated as equal. And then midway through the thing, she was like, screw it, no one's going to take me seriously. I'm just going to, like, make hell. And then at the end, it's, like, bringing her back to her actual true self and being like, I want to be the protector, like she originally was in knighthood. And I just loved all of that. And that's why she was definitely one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
I knew Locke was going to be a snake Like,
Oh
I
my God.
called it in the Goodreads.
Oh my gosh. First I thought, I was like, is he gonna be the love interest? And then I was like, I don't know. Him and Dane. Mm-mm.
Julie says, why do you think her nickname became the Queen? Because she had control over Cardnan.
Yes.
And because they're like a thing, and I love that.
Oh, okay. I mentioned this in Goodreads. There is a foreshadowing, massive foreshadowing. Let me find it.
Oh, about the ring.
Yes! I saw
Yes.
it and I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get married or something's gonna happen.
I kind of thought that it was going to be like her putting on the ring was going to signal that she was going to be the queen. Like, not necessarily marrying, but just like the person on the throne.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, what do we feel about the other girl that's like kind of in the picture?
Naskia? What's her name?
Yes.
So that actually brings a good point. Okay, her mom is queen of what? Ring what page? Okay, hang on, let me find it. It's at the end of chapter 23. 22.
So, Nasia or whatever. So she was the love interest of Cardnan, who like it sounds like kind of broke his heart. So I love that there's like that aspect in it, but she's like still kind of around. But it's also like, is she in it for him? Is she in it for like to get to the prince, you know, like the royal spot? Because she's got like the court ties, like so much intrigue with that storyline. And like that'll be real interesting if there's a Nasia / Jude Cardnan thing going on in the
Oh no, please don't bring in a triangle.
You know he's got to be conflicted though. It can't be that easy for them.
I hope her and Jude become friends, like allies. I think it would be really good. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, but then it's like two friends going after the same dude, like, because like at the end it was like a lingering kiss on Cardinan's cheek and stuff like that. So it's like clearly
I missed that. You're right. I missed that. No, I don't like love triangles. I only like.
You know there's got to be a struggle there.
What?
You know there's got to be a struggle there.
It would. I only like love triangles when they're really, really done right. Like when you truly don't know who the love interest is going to choose.
I mean, we kind of don't know. I mean, like,
well, no, he has a page of Jude written all over.
I know, but he's like so repulsed at him wanting her that I like love that aspect, because normally it's like, I don't want to love her, but I do. And it's like so cheesy. And this feels like he really is repulsed by it. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. And I really like that twist with this.
Yeah, that trope was done really, really well. I agree. Very well. Usually it's like, no, stay away. I can't love you. It's like, why? But yeah, this is
like
done.
Our last
it's like
book.
Forbidden love, kind of. The forbidden love, but not really forbidden love, but
it kind of is, because it's frowned upon for like human.
That's true. I think it's done really well. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts? I'm trying to think. I wrote some stuff down.
I really like that Holly Black slid in that Vivi was either bi or gay. Yeah. I really liked that was like flawless, and that it wasn't talked about. Like it was just like, this is how things are, and it wasn't like a big deal, and I really liked that.
Oh, okay, the twist about Jude's father. Yeah, I like that too.
What twist? Just that he was a sword maker?
Well, that like they knew that he yeah.
So it just says how he was in Fairy, and that's how the parents met.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like the mom running away. I liked, because I was expecting the mom to be just like running away.
Yeah, I agree. But did we know exactly why they ran away?
No. We didn't get very much character development from the parents. Granted, they weren't in the story very long, but
yeah, I'm sure we'll get more as like, because Maddox's not dead, so I'm sure like we're gonna hear more of what happened. So.
Was Heather in the Fey world?
No.
Julie just said I wanted to see how Heather would react to the Fey world.
No, Julie's completely like human, and I think Vivi glamours like her ears and stuff so that she doesn't look like a Fae, right?
So no, they talk about she doesn't glamour them because they talk about like, oh, your prosthetics are like so real, and Jude was like, yeah, anybody who looks at those knows those aren't prosthetics. She's just like in denial.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
I thought there was at some point like during the coronation, like the first one when they all got slaughtered, that they were like panning through the people, and I thought they said that Heather was with like the something. Was I imagining that? Who are they with?
No, because Heather doesn't know what's going on. Because remember, she didn't even tell her who Oak is. She just said that this is like he needs to live with us.
I don't know what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see more of like Heather and Vivi.
I think they're gonna be cute, and I think it's gonna be interesting to have Heather be interacting with Oak, because remember Oak tried to glamour, or he did glamour Jude in the beginning, so we don't know if he's gonna be like a nice, like he loves Jude, but he also like doesn't that's his instincts.
How old is Oak again? He's 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that Jude hit the guy in the mortal world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice proof that she'd never fit in there.
Oh no, Jude thought that's right. Okay, Jude thought that she saw Sophie.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, she was just like going crazy, seeing things.
Can we talk about that part? That was such like a weird part that didn't feel like it fit with the rest of the story to me.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I was like, I thought she was gonna like start introducing like Jude's mental is like she's starting to kind of like. Have you read Coming on Mara Dyer?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, she basically sees things like in the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and it's in first person, so it's really unreliable. And I thought maybe Holly Black was going to start going into maybe that direction with her seeing visions of Sophie, but then she never readdressed it. So I
think that's just like her guilt there. Did she actually though? She thought that she that's the big question, is did she actually, because they were talking about like keeping bodies who fall in the water, so it's possible that she was actually there, but she said when she looked back that the girl wasn't there.
Oh.
But they talked about like the creatures in the lake.
They said she had like teeth. Like
yeah, but they said the creatures in the lake like keep these creatures and then turn them into something.
Interesting. I don't know.
I just thought like her risking everything that she was building up to save one mortal girl felt very confusing. And I think that the way that Holly Black was trying to work it was to get the tie-in with the mom and like trying to save her mother, because they kind of make references to that. So it was kind of like getting, I didn't think that it fully fit with her character.
Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah.
Did anybody else feel like that? Like it didn't fully get that, because she like cares that the mortal world doesn't get used, but it didn't feel natural for her to like risk her entire life and the plan and everything that she was on her way to getting what she wanted. Why would she risk everything for one person that she didn't know anything about, you know?
I think it just kind of helps to show that she's a good character. Like she has a good heart.
That she has morals. Because at that point, you could already see that she was power hungry, so it just didn't fit in with the power hungriness coming after her. I don't know. Maybe it was to show that she's not exactly like Maddox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Maddox like wouldn't. I mean, he doesn't care about human slaves. So
Trisha said, I think she might have been trying to do something good when she'd been doing so much bad.
yeah,
So something to like assuage her guilt.
yeah.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Do we want to talk about, is it Valerian?
He was awful.
Yeah, he was so bad. Oh my God, he was so bad.
He was a very flat character too. Like he was just an angry little thing in the corner.
Yeah, I
Like we
agree.
didn't really know any development.
Yeah. Like when he broke into her room, part of me was like, Jude, why aren't you screaming? Like, why didn't you get somebody? Like she
Yeah.
just kills him and buries him. I'm like, you were attacked, obviously. Why didn't you do something?
I took that as like she was already afraid of what Maddox would have done to everybody and like what would that mean for her family, that if he was if she would have screamed, that would have brought Maddox in, and then they would have like put endangered the rest of her family because he would have came in and then like wreaked havoc type of thing.
Yeah, actually, that brings up a good point. Do you think one of the reasons he also killed Dane, maybe he found out that Dane put a geese on Jude and was controlling her and made her like stab herself?
No, I don't think he had a
You don't
clue.
think he had a clue? Okay.
Because down to Maddox's core, his motivator is power. So that's what really like pushed him to do like all the scheming that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he cared about Jude, but I don't think he cared enough about Jude or anybody to really change his plans for anybody.
Yeah, he like breaks her nose or like tries to, I don't know if he's actually trying to kill her, but they fight at the end and he makes her bleed.
I think he totally would have killed her if he would have had the upper hand.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because then he does things where like he'll kiss her hand and then he talks nice to her. And then like when they played that prank on her, they gave her the fruit, like they poisoned her and pretty much made her get like just like take off her clothes. He really wanted to go get vengeance on whoever did it. And then there's like some parts where he says like he ruffles her hair and stuff. So I don't understand. That's why I think he's such an interesting character.
See, I think he's got a tender spot for Jude
Because
because
so much
that,
like him.
well, that too, but also like that is his responsibility. So his thing is he wants power and he's very prideful. So like this is her under his wing, and like being able to disrespect someone who lives in his household is also being disrespectful to him. So I think it's more so like you're messing with the person that I'm supposed to be protecting. Like I'm going to take you down because I'm not going to be made a fool of that she's getting taken advantage of type of thing. That's how I took it.
Okay.
Julie said he killed his ex whom he was in love with, so he had it in him. And I think he would, because if it comes down to him and his pride or him and his power, he's gonna choose himself. Oh, he's a very selfish character. I think he's gonna choose himself over any other character.
Yeah. So Trisha said, can we talk about the tampon thing? Please let me know what you guys thought of it. I actually liked it. It's kind of brushed over a lot in a lot of
I agree, because it's like a boring part of the story, so they don't talk about it, but it makes it feel a little more real.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and it's interesting to see the way that they tied in with like to show how different fairies versus humans are, because fairies don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the shadow court?
I like the bomb.
I thought we didn't get enough character development from her, and like until the very end, and I really wanted to see more of her because I want her and Jude to be like awesome.
Yeah, she's very elusive. So I think we're gonna see more of her. I really do.
I'm really intrigued by the ghost.
Yes. Didn't she say he looks human? Because he has
Well,
like
his
blonde hair, blue
father
eyes.
is human.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So I think he's going to be a really interesting character later on.
So as long,
Especially because
sorry, go ahead.
Cardinal wasn't it the ghost who he wanted Cardinal wanted to be trained with, or is it the Roach?
No, the
I
ghost.
think the ghost, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that he's going to be really cool later.
yeah. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. Ghost. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, no. But yeah, I really enjoyed that trio, or four people now, I guess. Oh yes, okay. So if you have a parent who is Fae, are you like pretty much mostly Fae? So like Vivi
I
is
would
half
assume
human, but she's
so,
still immortal.
because they talked about needing the Fae line to continue. That's why they were breeding with humans, because Fae couldn't always reproduce. So I think that their characteristics are a lot more Fae if they have at least one Fae parent. Because like between Maddox and the mom, she looked like Vivi looked completely Fae.
Yeah, she's got the eyes, the ears.
Yeah.
Immortal, she can glamour. So
I'm surprised there isn't like you're a half type of thing. Like
mhm.
you don't have all the powers type of thing. I thought that was, or it's not like it's like Harry Potter where it's like you're half, so you're not as powerful type of thing.
Maybe it'll come in another one. Maybe like their glamour isn't as strong, but I mean, she was able to glamour Terran when they were fighting. So
That should be interesting to see if that comes about in the next couple of books.
yeah, I really like that. Speaking of like glamour, that Jude can't be glamored anymore, and the one person who can is dead.
Yes, I really liked that was the contingency, and now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I liked it. That's what I liked so much about this book. It was surprising. I wasn't expecting so many people to die, and I liked that a lot.
It felt kind of Game of Thrones to me. I haven't read the books, but I watched like a couple seasons, and it felt very Game of Thrones with the politics and like the morally gray characters. And that's why I think I understood Dane a little bit, because I was like, I get the mindset of it and the necessary brutality that comes about with having that much power, but it doesn't mean that they're necessarily a good person. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like him. He made her stab herself. I was like, you're crazy.
But he could be way worse. Like,
yeah.
look at Valerian.
Yeah, he was a terrible character.
At the very end of it, I really liked that he seemed very Loki-esque to me, sitting on the throne and being like, okay, well, if I'm going to be put here, I'm going to be a pain in the ass, and this is what you get now.
I love the ending. He's like, here, have a seat. You want it, take it. So
do you think that he is going to make things complicated for her, or do you think he's going to like, what's going to happen after a year and one day?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. So once you like, I think she's gonna, do you think she's gonna like take a knee for him?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think she's gonna like vow to him? Because she says, she's like, what is it? I am horrified by my own impulse to bend my knee to him, my own desire to let him touch my head with a ringed hand. So do you
because he like looked like the part.
I think he'll be apathetic and she'll make him care. Okay. Yeah.
I think he already does care. I just don't think he likes that he cares.
I want to see more
because he was like
them.
Yeah, because like even at the end, or like the end part of it, he was like, don't make me bored for sitting here and don't go die. Like that was like their way of being like, don't die on me.
I
like
love
just like a mean way.
Yeah, I love a good sarcastic a-hole character. I really do.
Same.
When they're sarcastic, I love the like brooding, sarcastic male trope, and when they have a reason to be mean, you know, like Cardan has a reason to not like Jude. So, well, he doesn't really have a reason, but he does. And to him, his reason is real.
Fair enough. I will give you that. I didn't particularly love the whole scene with Balekin beating Cardan. I felt that was kind of an out. I just, like, it felt like a very reused scene that I've seen a lot of times in YA, like, to excuse people's negative behavior. And I just am like, I get it. Like, it is, like, that's fair that people are like that in real life, but I just wanted him to be mean to be mean. I didn't want to have him being like, oh, well, I didn't want to give him an excuse. I just wanted to accept that's how he is. And I felt like because we saw him being beaten, it like made us sympathetic towards it. And it just like did the opposite for me. Cause I was like, no, why can't we just accept that he's like this? And that's how he is.
But if Balekin wasn't as terrible to Cardan, then Cardan would have crowned him.
No, because just because he didn't beat him doesn't mean that he thinks he'd be a good king.
True, but I think definitely beating him really, it's like, there's no way I'm crowning you.
I guess that makes like an excuse to have like a more solid reason not to crown him. But I think he could still be like, he's still awful. He just killed my entire family. I'm not crowning him.
Yeah.
Like, clearly he's got that nature, and if he's going to kill the rest of his family.
That's true. And actually there's a scene when, is it the Roach has like his bow, like he's shooting at Cardan, and Balekin throws himself on him. Jude mentions that he does it because he cares about his brother. Like Balekin and Cardan actually grew up together. But I was thinking of it as, no, he's protecting Cardan because Cardan's the only one who could crown him.
Yes, and I agree. I didn't love that part of it, that they were like trying to make him a little more of a likable character at that end point. And I was just like, no, don't feed me that. Like, I don't want that. Like, stop.
Yeah. His motives for protecting Cardan was not honorable at all.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with Trisha. We needed an example of why Balekin shouldn't be king, and that's why we got that. But I didn't like that was the reason. Like, I think they could have showed it in different ways, and I just am so used to it. This terrible person likable. Well, we'll make him be abused, and that's why we're going to care for him, type of thing. Like, I just... He is bad, and that's how Fae are, and that's, like, he's just him, and just accept it.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I really like Cardan. Does anyone have anything else to add?
I'm really glad that we liked this one a lot better.
Yeah. Are you going to continue on?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too. Do you think it was smart to put Cardan on the throne?
Well, for the options, yeah. I really thought that they were going to make Oak king in private and then do like a mock king, like crowning of Cardan. So it would look like Cardan would be the king, but they were going to hide away Oak, but Oak was going to be the real one, but no one would know until later. That was what I was like guessing throughout the entire end. So I was surprised that they actually made Cardan king.
Yeah, I was really shocked with that. That too. Yeah.
I'm with you, Julie. I need the sequel now.
It's good. It's good. I'm excited for the sequel. I bet the second one's going to be really good.
Yes. I think my favorite part in this entire book is Jude's character development and the way that Holly Black really worked in the nature versus nurture aspect, and whether she was being raised or if she was being raised by Maddox and things like that. If that's why she turned out this way. And I really enjoyed that aspect.
Yeah, I also loved how whimsical the writing was at times as well. And there are so many quotes that I just highlighted or like I tabbed because they were so good. Like one of my favorite quotes is Terrence saying, "Nice things don't happen in storybooks, or when they do happen, something bad happens next, because otherwise the story would be boring and no one would read it."
I like that part too. I do remember that.
There's just so many great quotes. I really love it. And I just like how they bring back thoughts in italics, and it like Jude really thinks, like she's really smart. She's really smart. She's really strategic. And I love that we get to see that. Are we going to chat about a March book this month or next month? Oh, we don't have a March book yet.
But we're open to suggestions.
Yeah.
So
I think we should start doing, if you guys want to, like we can just do a poll on Twitter and like between like 2 or 3 books.
So do you guys have any suggestions or books coming out in March that we can talk about? Because you guys last time talked about contemporary, so we're doing contemporary this month.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Mine has the actor on it, which I'm actually okay with because he's so cute. And in your face, you're like, no.
I just don't. I thought you had like a movie tie-in edition, and I don't care for those.
No,
that little sticker's not bad though.
Yeah, it's just a little sticker. But I was like, that's all right. He's so cute. I really like him.
What genre should we read? Well, we really only do like contemporary and fantasy, so is there another one? Like, do you guys want to do an adult book next or for March, or do you want to stick with YA?
I'm trying to think of what's coming out. I mean, when does all the like really good stuff comes out at the end of the year?
I know.
Like Escaping from Houdini or something. I can't remember what it is. I know. Lady Coats and Petticoats. I forget. A Lady's Guide to Piracy and Petticoats.
That's the third one though. So that's like both of them are or I guess that was the second one, and then Escape from Houdini is the third one.
Yeah.
I would love to read that, but y'all need to get on it so you can read that with me if we're gonna do that.
Yeah. And the first book of Sarah J. Maas is coming out with 2 books this year.
Yes, ma'am.
We might do Throne of Glass, the last one, guys. Just I'll catch up. Just power through them. They're so good. Just marathon them. Take a month marathon. I don't know. You're not a huge sci-fi fan, are you, Hannah?
There's one that I'm really excited for that I just looked up that comes out March 6th, which is To Kill a Kingdom, and it's the Little Mermaid retelling. Oh. I would be up for that one.
Who's it by?
Alexandra Christio. I will put a link in the chat room here.
Awesome. Have y'all read Illuminae and Gemina? Because Obsidio comes out. No? Okay.
It won't let me add links to the chat window. That's dumb.
Fallen Kingdoms.
Okay, well, let me...
What about like classics? Are you anyone interested in classics like Jane Austen, The Hobbit?
Okay, I'm doing a screen share right now.
So
this is the Kill a Kingdom.
That's a pretty cover.
And I'm all for like mermaid books. What do you guys think? It already has a 4.14, even though it's not released yet. Thoughts?
Interested in classics. Okay. So I guess we'll just come up. I've always wanted to read The Book Thief too. I've never read it.
I've never read The Book Thief. I've
I
actually
feel like it's so sad though. I don't like sad books.
I've only read like one classic. And it was for school. So I would be interested in classics.
Which one?
I think she's talking about the To Kill a Kingdom one.
No. Which classic have you read?
Oh, The Scarlet Letter.
Oh, okay. So you've never read Pride and Prejudice?
But I honestly could read any of them. I've never read any of those.
Oh my gosh. You need to watch the Lizzie Bennet Diaries on YouTube, though. They are so good.
Wait, before the books?
Yeah. If you're not going to read it, I would still watch it. I mean, do you know the story of Pride and Prejudice?
No.
Oh. The movie.
I know nothing about classics. Would be completely new with it.
We should maybe do what about The Hobbit? Have you read The Hobbit?
Yes, I've read The Hobbit.
Okay. That's a classic?
I don't consider that a classic.
That's a classic.
Not like
Narnia. Those are classics. Yeah, those are classics. You've read Narnia, right?
No.
You know. Oh my God. We should read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I've seen the movie.
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite book.
I know. When you guys did your book awards, I was like, I've never read that.
That's so funny.
I know, and I've never read one of Trisha's favorites, which is Howl's Moving Castle either. I've never read that one.
I've never even heard of that, so it's okay. Classics are very like hit or miss. Have you read Alice in Wonderland?
I don't think I've actually read the book.
Okay, that's a classic. Hangs head in shame. You've never read Pride and Prejudice, Julie, and you have an English degree? That's so funny.
At least I'm not alone.
Wait, were y'all not required to read classics in school? Like Romeo and Juliet? I mean, those are plays, but they're still classics.
I mean, I know of the story. It's something I think we discussed and we talked about like themes. We never had to fully read them.
Read them? Okay. Yeah, we read so many classics in my high school. And then since I was
we could put like a post in Goodreads about what we should we'll put a post in Goodreads and do like specifically for March. What are you guys leaning towards? Do you want to do a classic? Do you want to stick with YA, fantasy, contemporary?
I think. Hannah, have you read Nevernight?
I have not, but that looks really, really creepy. But I do have it because Trevor just got it.
No, I started it. I'm not finished with it. We could do Nevernight. A lot of people are really liking it. It's about assassins. It's adult.
Yes, that's really bloody and gory, though, right?
Not as I would say it's on par with like ACOTAR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The way that I've heard about it, people are like, it's intense.
I would say, I mean, some of the scenes in ACOTAR, like the ending of ACOTAR gets like, no spoilers, but during the games, you know, those get pretty gory and gruesome.
Well, we'll post something on Goodreads and we can all vote and decide what we're reading. We will definitely tell you by next live stream.
Yes, definitely. Or what about Scott Lynch books, The Gentleman's Pirate?
Oh, Julie owns Nevernight, but she hasn't read it yet. Are we kind of leaning towards Nevernight then?
It's like I'm such a big weenie and I don't like horror, I don't like gore, I don't like torture, and I don't think it's that bad.
Okay. Okay, I trust you then.
Yeah, like I don't read horror, I don't read torture, I don't watch movies like that either. So far it's not like it's assassins, but it's not, I don't think it's as like I don't know, it's not that bad.
This is gonna be like such a weird year because we're doing The Cruel Prince for January, Simon vs. Homo Sapiens for February, and then going to Nevernight.
Yeah. What I would do, Hannah, is maybe read like if like since you work at Barnes and Noble or something, maybe just like read the first chapter or something, or like do the preview, like the ebook preview, and see because there is a scene. Oh, you have it. Read like the first chapter or so and see what you think. Oh, okay, wait. You're reading the Da Vinci Code, right?
Well, I've started it.
Okay.
I'm not currently reading, but yeah.
Okay, I think the Da Vinci Code is gorier than Nevernight.
Oh. Okay, fine. I'm caving. We're gonna do Nevernight for March.
Okay, it'll like push me to finish it because I'm just like a third of the way through. I need to finish it. I'm just gonna start it over because it's been months since I've started it, and there's so much politics involved that I really need to start it over.
Okay. So, February and March.
Yeah, let me get mine.
And I'm going to be stealing Trevor's book because this is his book.
Yeah. Which one do you, what cover? Oh, you have the same cover as I do.
Yeah. Is there more than one cover?
Yes. They have, one has like a bird on it.
Oh.
So, this one might take a while to read though. The font is tiny.
Ooh, there's a map.
Yeah. There's multiple maps.
427.
Yeah. There's 2 maps, yeah. I'm excited. I need to finish it. It's been sitting on my shelf. Okay, awesome.
I swear I will not procrastinate with Nevernight.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be, yeah, we cannot. Yeah, it's gonna be, I would start it a month early. I might restart it like after Simon versus the Homo Sapiens. After I finish Simon, I might have to restart this one. I think it's gonna take me a while.
I promise Nevernight will be the first one I pick up in March.
But no, seriously, Hannah, though, read like a chapter or 2, and if it's too much for you, we can always change it.
It's fine. I'll just toughen up if I. It's fine. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I really didn't think it was that bad. And I'm like such a weenie. Like Harry Potter creeps me out if I read it at night.
Okay.
Like I love Harry Potter, but I can't watch the movies at night because I can't sleep. So
okay, so set, and we have our live show already set, right?
All the right places after finishing. Yeah, so our live show for February is gonna be the 24th, right?
March 24th, yeah.
Yeah. No, February 24th as well, right?
Yeah. Good.
I think we did March. February
the 31st.
And March 31st. Is that what we said?
Let me go through here.
But yes, definitely our live show for March. Bye. Our live show for February is going to be the 24th.
So February 24th, March also 24th. Yeah, because we did 2.
Yeah.
Both of them are the 24th.
Yeah.
So February 24th and March 24th are both of the next live stream dates.
for the next 2 live shows. And then April, we said it was going to be, is it the 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 28th. The 28th. The last weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So. Well, thank you guys for joining. What?
That way it gives you guys all a heads up of when the live streams are.
Yeah, I'm writing it March 24th and then April 28th. Because April is also, yeah, April 28th is Dewey's 24-hour readathon, so I thought it would be a really good time to like incorporate the readathon. I know, I'm so excited. Incorporate the readathon with our live show.
All right, well, thank you guys for coming to the live stream and reading Cruel Prince with us. We will talk to you guys in our Goodreads group for Simon versus the Homo sapiens, and this one will be on my channel.
Yeah, so every month we're alternating channels. But, all right. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.